Welcome back to Frostpunk. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've got a feeling that today we may very well have to restart. Now, I hope that's not the case, but the thing is, after my very first episode, we were in a really good spot, and in the second one, the previous episode, I kind of messed things up. A lot of new people made their way to our settlement. I focused a lot on technology and I tried to improve the safety of everyone, but in the process, I kind of forgot about the fact that the new people needed homes and that the new people probably needed a place to work, and more importantly, that everyone needed food. Currently, I think half my population is hospitalized, and no one has really eaten in a very long time. So I'm gonna try my very best and salvage the situation today, but I can't promise. Alrighty, so here we are. Now, by the way, it's kind of ironic, but today in the Netherlands, it's an extremely warm day. I mean, yesterday it was 38 degrees Celsius, which is pretty much the exact opposite as to what we've been experiencing in Frostpunk so far. But I've literally, I cannot remember a day where it was actually that warm over here in the Netherlands. Maybe there has been in like the last 20 years, but I really cannot remember a day where it was that warm. Now, I've got a mobile AC unit that I got last week running in the background. It shouldn't really provide all too much noise, and I actually don't think the microphone will really pick it up. But in case you're wondering why I start sweating profusely, even with the AC unit on, it is still a very, very warm day over here. Also, to my neighbors, because my window is open, I'm not actually a totally crazy person. I'm just a dude who's spending like 8 hours in a room a day talking to himself. Yeah, maybe that's a little weird. I actually had some of the neighbors ask what it is I do for a living. It's a very difficult thing to explain when you're unfamiliar to both YouTube creators as well as Twitch. But anyways, I'm already rambling onwards about completely unrelated stuff. The very first thing that we need to do today, and a lot of you recommended this, I don't know why I switched it out in the first place, we need to start producing soup. Now, this does mean that a lot more people will get ill. Or at the very least, you know, they won't be as satisfied. I believe it does increase the amount of people that do get ill. But I do have a medical post coming up here. I've got additional houses being created. And we're not like in an absolutely awful situation. I do feel like there's a chance we can still, you know, turn this one around. But considering we are really only at day 8, there's still a lot ahead of us. I think we just have to try our best and just go from here. Anyways, our scouts have reached a crash site. That's where we'll get started today. This is where our expedition was split up when our vehicles crashed during the snowstorm. Some of our precious supplies should be here. Fate of the Forgotten. There is plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching among the crates, scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies. They've tangled together in a single frozen mass, as if these people were trying to find at least a bit of warmth just before they died. We can do nothing for them, not even bury them. But we can take their stuff! Great start. Low Emperor back in action. It doesn't look like we can really continue scouting here for all too much longer, so I'm gonna go ahead and send these scouts back. They will be bringing that lumber as well as that raw bunch of food back into our settlement, which is actually really, really important. I need a lot more food, man. Like, as you can see right now, I've got literally 0 food rations, which is not ideal. I do have a lot of wood coming up now. I'm kind of trying to think here what my best course of action is. I've got now 60 dudes working here on gathering food, which I actually think is a pretty solid amount, right? That, you know, I really cannot afford any more than that, all right? 60 people on food out of 179, I think that's pretty decent. I also have a whole lot of engineers. I have a bunch of them working over here. I'm actually going to remove some of these. And the idea of that, of course, obviously, is that I need to put them over here near the newly acquired. Where is it? Did I already assign people in there? Where's my medical post? Didn't I get a medical post? Oh, I think I actually already... No, there's a new one over here. There we go. I was gonna say, I wanna assign those people over there too. So, discontent is pretty high. People are hungry. 22 are starving. 11 people are gravely ill. 9 people are homeless. Does that mean I need another tent? Does look like I may very well need another tent. Looks like I've already filled up like the second inner ring as well, so whoever gets to live in these tents, good luck. You're gonna be freezing your butt off. I apologize for that, but there's not a whole lot I can change about that, right? I mean, this was gonna happen sooner or later. Captain, Some of our people are concerned about the low temperature. I know, I cannot address this right now. I literally cannot. I guess I could, you know, overdrive the generator, but I kind of got a feeling that that is not the smartest thing to do. Alright. So here's the resource depot. I forgot about that one. We need to go ahead and assign that one to coal. Basically, that allows me to double the amount of coal that I can gather or can stockpile at the very least. So I've got coal for a whole lot of days here already. The main thing right now really is food though. So let's just go ahead and speed things up. I need to try and make life a little bit better. I hope that we can survive. I seriously do. I don't really want to restart, but obviously if everyone's dying, life is bad, man. One of our people died. Oh god. Luther, I'm so sorry. Luther, I'm so sorry. He died from a lack of treatment. Luther and Newman. Never forget thee. Sorry about that. What I can actually check out right now is whether or not, yeah, maybe I need to turn on the heating here in some of these things. We have 50 sick people. That's ridiculous, guys. Let's see if maybe there's a law that I can pass to make life a little bit better. Extra rations for the ill? Well, I would, but I don't really have any rations for people in the first place. Or I can sign overcrowding. The capacity of medical facilities is doubled. Using extra capacity, however, will cause discontent, and discontent will rise slightly. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to sign it off, I'm sorry. I really need to be careful about this discontent bar, by the way. It's really kind of risky. If that goes up all the way, I am actually pretty much dead. Okay, scouts have returned to the city. They are bringing us more food, which is wonderful. I kind of want to send them out as well. I'm hoping that once I actually secure this sturdy shelter over here with my second group of scouts, that like another bunch of, you know, things will branch off from here. So we're gonna send that first group once again straight back into the action. Thank you guys for your service. We should have some more food remaining, and obviously this is gonna create a lot more rations now. I hope. Please don't die. My discontent bar is so high. Do you think I should make another one of... Oh, hold up. I'm gonna go ahead and make another one of those medical posts. I know I already have some, but... There's a medical outpost, you know, upgrade coming up as well, right? I've got 3 already. Man, I really wished I could have put them over here, maybe, but... Okay, let's just make another one. Maybe we can get another one going. Gonna go ahead and, get some of my engineers from gathering coal onto that medical post as well as soon as I can. Alright, so there's a lot of food now available, luckily. We have 90, well, 103 right now, with more and more of these hunters returning. I'm just... The thing is, the temperature will drop once again 1 level next, like next night.
Work time. Get back to work.
Okay, start producing food rations, please. Okay, that's exactly what they're doing. Which is decent, right? The hunters are all returning home now. We've got a lot of lumber income. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and make another one of those resource depots, because with the amount of lumber that I started producing in the previous episode, I was really running super low on that, right? But I am definitely gonna be stockpiling a lot of it, so let's go ahead and start up another one of those things. Maybe even a second one. I've got quite a few resources right now, so if we manage to salvage this, I'm actually not too worried about it. I just really need to get that discontent bar down. Maybe I could go ahead and make another one of those... what are they called? Fighting areas? So the people do like having, you know, fights for some reason. I'm basically hosting the UFC right here. Over in Locopia. The worst city to live in. Okay, here we go. Medical post upgrade is done. The sick will now recover faster. That's great. Patients are... No one's gravely ill at the very least. I've got 6 amputated people. That kind of sucks. Sorry about that. But I can now go ahead and once again continue onwards with my technology. What I'm thinking about is maybe increasing the power of the generator so I can permanently increase the heat of all heat zones by 1 level. So the coal consumption is doubled when the setting is used, but I think it might be useful to have that. Considering the fact that we are just about to get another one of those temperature drops, right? I hope they can actually figure this one out before we get there. Bad food, bad healthcare, people are hungry, overcrowded medical facilities. Oh my god. Temporary modifiers. Well, I'm definitely gonna try and continue onwards with this. There's still a lot of raw food though. What are the kids doing right now? There are 5 kids working here in the cookhouse. It is functioning. I don't know if we need to continue, like... From experience, I can tell you that usually the food rations will be converted into actual food items rather rapidly. So I don't think I need to make them work overtime, but if that's needed, I might. No, we already do have quite a few. 21 people still hungry. That will obviously go back up with more and more people joining in just a little bit, but I feel like we're in a decent spot. Yeah, we have actually food, right? We aren't necessarily losing right now. Alright, scouts have reached another destination, the sturdy shelter. Their steam cores here, they are very important shortly. The shelter is well supplied and built to withstand even the worst weather. An advanced steam heating system protects it from the cold. So there's food rations, wood, and a whole bunch of stuff. The trail leads to another city. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round door. A heavy round door? What is this, like a hobbit hole? To my 11th birthday. No, there's none of that. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means that there's another city out there. The signpost by the trail points in 2 directions. London, 1934 miles, and home, 27 miles. Alright, take their stuff quick. We'll head on over to the steel bridge next. You guys also go to the steel bridge. I was hoping there's maybe gonna be a split off somewhere. Maybe I'm a little quick with my scouts right now. Anyway. Are we managing? Because I've got a feeling we are. Oh, are you guys not going? Go. Yeah. I feel like we're managing so far. By the way, these scouts, they do have resources. Maybe actually I shouldn't, maybe I should actually send them back. Yeah, let's just send them back for now. We'll take turns there. Alright. Temperature drop is gonna come up. Technology tree might not finish researching in time, but what I can do is turn it into overdrive already. Everyone's gonna be nice and toasty for just a little while. Hopefully. We currently have a whole bunch of people unemployed. Why is that? Did they finish maybe... Oh, coal pile is depleted, that's why. Alright. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna immediately reassign you. We need to clean all of these bits and pieces up. You guys will soon be, you know... You're cleaning all of this stuff up, so I think we're gonna be okay at that point, but... Okay, very good. Here's another resource depot. Ready to go. And we can just simply not assign one of those resource depots yet if we don't need to, but... Hey, you know what, guys? I started off this episode feeling absolutely terrible about myself. But look at the amount of food we have. We still have a lot of sick people, though. Are you guys being treated? That's the real question. Yeah, a lot of these people are being treated. I think. One sick absence. Should I get another one? Should I just get another medical post? I know I can make an infirmary later, but we might not otherwise make it to the point where I can get an infirmary in the first place. Okay. That does mean I need to unassign some of my engineers around the area. There we go. I've got 3 engineers available right now. And there's still a couple of them also working over here in the sawmill. They were so happy when they graduated from college. They were like, yes, we made it, Mom. Now I don't have to work in the coal mines anymore. Turns out you weren't ready for Locopia and the terrible emperor. Hey, by the way, the five workers over here in the cookhouse have processed all of the food over towards food rations. So that's good. All right. Discontent is not at an all-time high. Let's go ahead and put some more people over here in the medical post. Generator power upgrade has been increased. So that one's on right now. That means I can probably turn off the overdrive. And you can see that additional coal will be consumed now, but at the very least people are being relatively healthy. I'm gonna go and turn on the heaters over here in these like more far away places. And hopefully that's gonna make this, you know, doable, right? Look at that, comfortable. I'm a generous man now. People are comfortable. That's when you know I don't mess around. I don't really know exactly which one I'm gonna be getting here, but we'll just assign it. All right, so I can go ahead and get more of these generator upgrades once again. I'm trying to think here, because I feel like we have sort of secured ourselves to be in a decent spot. I can get the Sawmill upgrade, but I've got a feeling that soon we're likely gonna need more coal. I can do that with coal mining, allows us to build coal mines, which does cost steam cores, so I have to be a little careful about that. I can also get the Steelworks right now. As it is, I have very little steel. Later on, we do need quite a bit of it. The thing is, I don't have a lot of people for this, right? I think I'm just gonna get the Steelworks first. And then we'll go from there. Ideally, I would get the Flying Hunters as well, right? That's gonna give me a ton of food, but I feel like I need to not tech up to the 3rd tier yet. That doesn't make sense. There's still some really useful things over here. Let's get the Steelworks. So the Steelworks will allow me to start getting a lot more steel. As it is right now, as you may have already noticed, I don't have a lot of it. But we are managing. What I could also do, by the way, to improve the heating, is get one of these upgrades to the houses. Where is it? Am I blind? Yeah, the bunkhouses, there it is. A dwelling for 10 people that is adequately protected from the weather. So that's actually quite helpful. Once it gets colder, and it will get colder, it will get very cold. We're gonna need it. I think I'm actually also, considering we now are in a decent spot, I think I'm also gonna make that care house as soon as this Book of Laws allows me to get another one of those things underway. So there we go. All right. You can disband the scouts at the beacon, and once again, they've brought back a lot of new stuff, which is wonderful. You guys go back out there, into the wilderness, you'll be alright. These guys just got back from trekking through the snow for literally days on end. Do they get a night of rest? Not over here, man. Emperor Loco, back in action. At some point, we are, by the way, gonna unlock additional things right here in the Book of Laws, which is gonna literally make me either a god or an emperor. I'm not even kidding. Alright. Well, it looks like we can cruise through it now. Temperature is falling to -40 again. It's gonna be there for a couple of days. Let's have a look. Everyone that was previously comfortable is no longer comfortable, but... It's alright. Okay, let's boost it up a little. There we go, very good. We do have still some hungry people, though. Why are these guys not eating? Oh, these are the ones that actually went hunting. Alright. We still have 6 gravely ill people, but... yeah. I mean, I really can't make another one of those infirmaries, right? I've got a feeling I can't really do that. I mean, I could, but... The thing is that I really feel like that's not efficient. Let's go ahead and put one more dude to work there. Obviously, we got 5 out of 5 right here. Obviously, that can build up to 10, right? Didn't I just get that? So that one does have 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Is there no more overcrowding then? If that's the case. No, there is still some overcrowding somewhere, but that's alright. Okay, we have a whole lot of people once again doing nothing. It's good. There's a coal deposit over there. Let's go ahead and assign some right over there. Trying to see here if there's still anything, yeah, that can be removed. Looks like this gathering post is practically irrelevant now. Very nice. With that, I'm also gonna remove the road, and slowly we're actually cleaning up a lot of the areas here. I don't mind that. We're gonna get some resources back. It's pretty good. Right? We're really creating a nice little settlement here, and even though it might not be the most properly laid out place, we're making it happen. Okay, so the scouts have once again reached something, and it's actually an automaton. We'll go over what they do in just a little bit. A brass plaque on the bridge tower reads, "Built by the people of Winterhome in AD 1887. The bridge is kept is completely snow-free by a working automaton." We stopped at the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge spanning it. Even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city or to disassemble it for resources. So I could disassemble it for a whole lot of, but honestly, like, basically the thing is, right? Automatons can be used to gather resources. Now, obviously, the further away we go from the generator, the colder it will be. So if I can have an automaton, instead of like 10 people working in one of the mines, not only is it gonna essentially be like 10 workers, it's not gonna be bothered by the cold. So if I can have something at the outer edge of our settlement, right, and have it be worked by automatons, I mean, we're gonna go ahead and send it back. Very good. So it's just gonna go on its way back by itself? Looks like it is. Alright, there's also a large convoy, several vehicles and tents. We can see people moving between them. Smoke rising from it. Very good. And you guys can go ahead and head on over to the weather station. Also another thing we just unlocked. A tall building with some peculiar devices on the roof. It's most likely a weather station set up by the scientists from Winterhome. Finding the bridge to Winterhome proved that we are on the right track, but it raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are growing anxious. We'll find it. We have to find Winterhome. I've got a feeling it's not gonna be particularly great, but by the way, we're gonna need to get more wood, or maybe at least some more storage. Let's go ahead and put down some more of these gathering posts. We're always going to be flooding some resources, right? So may as well put some more down. Okay, there we go. I think I'm actually going to assign this one to wood. There we go. They're pretty pricey, but we're going to need them later on anyway, so I may as well. I'm almost about to... Yeah, I'm almost about to get the Steelworks. That's what I was looking for. So I can go ahead and put these things down. It extracts iron ore from deep deposits and processes it to deliver up to 34 steel per standard a workday. Do I just have to... No, I have to put those on these locations near the edge. Okay. So this is, for example, a great spot for an automaton. Right? Because this is going to be near the very edge of my settlement. They can only be put at, like, 2 different spots? Yeah, so I can only really have 2 of these things. Well, I might not necessarily need 2 right now. But there's really no downside in creating it for the time being. That automaton is not going to be here for another little while anyway. Let's have a look. So this is, not bad at all, actually. Okay. There we go. Trying to create some nice roads. Some places that can look at least decent. And we can also, once again, assign another technology. I can also get a wall drill. Wall drill is great because it allows me to drill in the wall of the cavern. Or of the chasm, I guess, that we are in right now. And basically, it will provide a continuous amount of lumber that we can get. I can also get coal mining. So I'm trying to think what my best course of action is for coal. Because I'm going to need a lot more coal the longer that this goes on. What I can do is also get charcoal kilns. But they aren't super efficient. These things do cost steam cores, but I do think they're going to be a pretty decent option for us. So I'm going to go ahead and start up this one as well. Extracts up to 204 coal per standard workday from underground deposit. And by the way, one of the things that I also didn't point out yet about the automatons is since they are robots, they work 24 hours. It's really nice. We can once again go ahead and sign another law. There's a triage, actually. We'll be able to dedicate all our efforts to healing those who can recover quickly at the cost of sacrificing the more severely ill. You can use triage in medical facilities to instantly heal half of the patients. However, a quarter of the patients will die instantly. Terrible suggestion. There's also the dueling law in the public house. Even in the harsh new worlds, people still need to raise their spirits after work in good company with a stiff drink in hand. Disagreements between people who face deadly threats every day can be resolved in a duel. Sometimes people will be killed in a duel. I mean, that's basically a free discontent lowerer, right? I'm thinking actually about going with the public house right now or the care house. The gravely ill and amputees will be cared for at a low cost in special homes. You know what? Let's go with that one instead. Since hold up, let me have a quick look. How many ill people do I have? Still quite a few. Let's go with the care house. I think that's okay for now. There's actually also prosthetics later on. So this will allow me to make a new building. The gravely ill are kept alive in care houses and no longer burden medical posts. Residents of care houses eat half as much and hope will rise slightly. The only thing is that I will need to buy one. But I can work with that. Alright, very good. So look at our food, right? We actually have food. People are actually eating. Believe it or not, that's a good thing, guys. This may come as a bit of a shocker, but having people consume calories, very nice. I'm almost tempted to actually go back to regular meals again, just because of the amount of food that I'm getting right now. Do you think that's a little early? Maybe it's just a little quick, but... Okay, very good. 0 people starving. There are some people still hungry. Why is this going up? Oh, I guess once this thing finishes, though, the care house. Do I, by the way, need to assign workers there? Probably. But that should hopefully prevent overcrowding of medical facilities. Care house promise fulfilled. Okay, very good. Do I have to assign people there? Oh, no. Oh, my God. 20 people immediately. By law, all gravely ill and amputees will be given a palliative treatment before we find a proper way to care for them. Those staying in care houses will be given half rations. People waiting for place. That's okay. So I can mark all of them. I don't know why I would need to go and do that. Let's go ahead and turn on the heater as well, so these people hopefully are not gonna be feeling terrible. Alrighty, guys. I'm feeling pretty good about this, not gonna lie. So these steel works are gonna finish soon. The automaton is gonna arrive in 1 day and 10 hours. Doesn't walk fast, but it will get here. It's efficient. Yeah, I've got 14 amputees. If I could fix them up in some way, that would be super helpful. 52 people being treated, though. That's so much. Well, hopefully they're gonna be back in action soon, right? Hopefully. Actually, I was looking at workers earlier, I think. That's why I didn't see the 10 patients. Probably, that's probably the reason why I couldn't see that earlier. Okay, there's another gathering post. Oh no, I made the wrong thing. Oh god, I'm an idiot. I meant to make resource depots there. I was already wondering why it was so cheap. Okay, that's a mistake by me, a misclick. I meant to make resource depots. Yep, that is unfortunate. Yeah, it's that one right there. Okay, rookie mistake there by myself. That's okay. The large convoy has been found right here. This is a convoy carrying workers that got lost in the blizzard. They are weak and have no provisions. We should listen to their story and escort them to our city. The workers who were riding in this convoy told us they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up, they say. We tried to follow a search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. That's 19 engineers and then 26 workers? Oh my god, get them. Escort them back. Send them back, dude. Very good. Super helpful. Now, he is gonna bring back, that's about 45-ish people, right? That is gonna mean that I need to make more tents. So let's go ahead and prepare those in advance. And I also want to try and see if I can maybe prepare jobs in advance for those people. One. This is tents, right? Yeah, just to double check. 1, 2. 3. Well, I can't really easily put down all these buildings. Look at the inefficiency right here. 4, 5. Okay. If I can, I want to really make sure that I have these people working right when they arrive. So that is 19 engineers. That's quite a few. I could go ahead and produce another one of those workshops, right? Assign a bunch of engineers over there. Should not be a terrible option. Okay, so far so good. And I also obviously can have these workers just simply work right here, for example, at the Steelworks. This sawmill is gathering a lot, but let's go ahead and reduce it. Send some of the workers over here to the Steelworks instead. We'll turn on the heater. There we go, so hopefully that's going to produce some heat. Or at the very least some steel rather. And we'll actually assign some more over there. There we go. I think I've got enough lumber income as it is right now. For the time being, anyway. Do you think I need more of these hunter huts? That's kind of what I'm wondering about. I am getting quite a bit of food, but obviously with 45 people joining in, wouldn't be surprised if I'm gonna need more of it. Let's make one more for now. Let's make one more for now. Alrighty, very good. Let's go ahead and make some more paths as well, just because we can. Right, more roads. Make it more efficient for people to get to work. That's not a thing, but... Alrighty, very good. 6 people sick. 16 people hungry. You know what? I cannot complain about this. I really felt as if we were supposed to restart soon, but... We are actually there. We are doing decently well. Where's my water? Need to make sure that I stay hydrated here in the super warm day. Which is funny, once again. Alright, I can now also make a coal mine. It does require more steel. But I may very well pick that one up in just a little bit. And I can also, once again, do more research. Well, you know what? This is practically a free upgrade. I'm gonna pick that one up soon. So as soon as I've got 10 steel available. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get the sawmill upgrade. That will basically just allow us to get 25% additional lumber. Right? That's good. That is very good. People are gonna work there as soon as they arrive in just a couple of hours. These people will be trudging through the snow for literally days, only to get to a new settlement and immediately get started with working. That's what you want, right? We don't mess around over here in Locopia. Cookhouse helpers. Sir, a group of amputees is here to see you. They want to help in the cookhouse. We don't want to sit on our arses all day, content with just being kept alive. We can't do work anymore, but if you fashion some simple prostheses out of wood, we can help in the cookhouse and earn our keep. We will spend 100 wood and cookhouse efficiency will rise by 40%? Dude, yes. Do it. You kidding me? Why not? By the way, we are running a little low here on on coal. We are gonna need more coal. I'm gonna have to put it on overdrive and put it on steel level 1. We actually have to be very careful about that. Putting it on overdrive obviously is good for a little bit, but we don't want to have it too high. Definitely gonna need that that coal miner. So that's 10 steel. We should be able to get 10 steel, right? Before the day is up. Hopefully. But you can see right now we're getting definitely in steel territory. So, like the other ones that we already made, these also can only be constructed at very specific spots. Like, for example, over here. The coal mine. And obviously, these people do work long days. I'm sorry, boys. It is what it is. Alright. So, that one did just cost me a steam core. There's a word of advice here on steam cores. We have just used our very first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advanced technology, but we can't manufacture steam cores in the city. So let's hope that our scouts find them during their expeditions. So now there's settlements you can have that basically make it easier to get those things going, but to basically get continuous amounts. So my coal is going down right now. It's not great, guys. Okay, people have arrived here. These dudes, start working in the coal mine. Go ahead. One of you get to work over there. Some of you also get to work over there. Very wonderful. Very good. There's actually... I think I'm gonna actually put... Yeah, 10 more over here in the hunter's hut instead. And I've got some engineers that are capable of working too. Let's make some of them cut planks. That's how they roll. Once again, a lot of lumber production over in this area as well. I'd like to do the same over here. We can put one more in the medical post. And... I don't know exactly how much steel I need. I do need a lot more coal, but this is already going to produce quite a bit of it. Yeah, this will extract coal. 20 an hour. So, it's quite a bit. Let's go ahead and assign these dudes over here instead. Actually, no. I need to put... I was going to say, like, I need to have my engineers somewhere, right? Let's put some of the engineers over in the research once again. So these dudes are gonna work over here in the newly acquired workshops. A lot of them are ill though, and that kind of hurts, right? You can see them continuously dropping below the maximum 5. Which is unfortunate, but It's manageable. Right, so once again, these scouts are going, I guess, over in that direction. They're going to take forever to get there, but it'll be fine. I'm trying to decide here if maybe I should get another one of those coal mines out. There's really no reason not to. Other than it costing resources and me not having people to assign to it yet, but I do obviously have the automaton arriving today. So they made it over towards the weather station. There's nobody in the weather station, but everything still seems to be operational. We could try to find out what the scientists from Winterhome were working on. We found the scientist's note. They predict that the Great Cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is that the observations ended abruptly months ago. There's also not a can of Spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious they've moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roofs of the weather station. Alright, take the resources and we'll continue exploring. I don't need that one group of resources right now. Instead, I want them to continue exploring and gather more resources and then move back to the city eventually. A note of thanks. Someone has left a note of thanks in the care house. It reads, a thank you. With all the work we have to do, it's so hard for families to properly care for an invalid. Places like this make life a little easier. Alright, I'm glad I could help. The recent reports from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened rather, that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. Come on, dude, what do you want to do? You wanted to, like, just like hang out there and then eventually die? Like, what was the alternative? To just stick around? These English people are complaining, man, and it's not even about the weather today. Can't believe it. I am a little worried about the fact that I'm still in overdrive, by the way. Not great. Yo, Mr. Automaton, could you maybe arrive? We can, by the way, sign another law once again. What is prosthetics? So everyone wants to contribute to the survival of our city. If we can bring amputees back to full fitness, we should do it. After introducing this law, you can pass another one. New blueprint, prosthesis. Available in the factory. Amputees fitted with prosthesis in medical facilities will be able to work again. Artificial limbs, almost as good as the real ones. Dude, hold up. Let me have a look at the factory then. So I have to research. Wait, no, that's not. This is the workshop, right? That's a different thing. I think the factory is a separate building. There it is. Oh, so if I get that, I can actually make it so that people can work again. That is super interesting. I'm gonna have to tech up and get to tier 3 before I can make the factory. So right now that book, or rather that law, is not gonna be particularly nice. But why, by the way, is this a law? It's like a law that you can work again. Great. We have triage. We got the public house. I don't think that's a bad option. Even in this harsh new world, people still need to raise their spirits after work, in good company with a stiff drink in hand. Public houses are less discontented, Oh, okay, and hope will rise. I will have to build a public house. I can do that. Let's do it, right? People are gonna be happy. A new law has passed. So does this, like, just work everywhere? Looks like it does. Pretty good. I'm assuming it needs quite a bit of heating as well, by the way. I don't really have a lot of that, but I was hoping it was gonna fit in here somewhere. But nah, there's not really a lot of room anymore, eh? Alright. Well, right there it is. We made you made you guys a pub. Any British people here watching this video getting real excited? I made you guys a pub to chill together. Oh god, 43 people hungry. A pub, just like in London. Let's call it Pipe and Hole. A pub, which reminds us of home and help us forget about our woes. Why are people hungry? These are all the dudes that are... Maybe I'm working them too hard, right? Maybe I'm not giving them any free time. Nah, that can't possibly be the thing. Impossible. I still do not have a lot of food though. It's really not all too exciting. Maybe we should tech up to tier 3 soon anyway. I kind of feel like I need to get another one of those heating laws passed though. Just to make it easier for us in a little bit. Did I construct roads for this thing? I did not. Okay. Very good. Alright. So, we have the automaton arriving here in just 1 hour. And with 1 hour, I mean about 2 seconds. A little longer than that, but close to it anyway. I think I want to have him work over there at the coal. There he is. We are now officially automating the system. It's got it like a giraffe. Or even worse, a Colossus. Did we finish up that Steelworks shop thing? Almost. Sawmill upgrade has been finished. That's super good. Bunkhouses. Heating. So steam cores are pretty interesting. Basically, when powered by the generator, these contraptions create additional smaller heat zones around them. Each active steam core consumes a bunch of coal per hour. It's a pretty interesting thing. For example, what I can do is just put it down over here, and then, you know, people closer to the road will actually not be so bothered by it. We do, by the way, have to have people working in the public house, apparently. But, I don't think I can really make it without steam hubs, but for now, our city is not that big yet. I should probably get bunkhouses upgraded. Yeah. I think I should get them upgraded so I can upgrade some of the houses. Using automatons. Our first automaton is operational. This will help our economy greatly. Automatons can replace entire manual labor crews. They work around the clock with short breaks to refuel at the generator. We can research upgrades to raise their efficiency and capabilities. There's actually another mission, and let me know if you're interested in seeing that one as well down below in the comment section. But there's actually a mission where you use automatons pretty much exclusively. It's very interesting. It's super automaton focused. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, we should be getting a lot more lumber once again. I think I'm gonna assign the automaton over here. So this one should finish up in just a second. Let's put the automaton in there, and that one's simply just gonna get to work, and it's gonna be awesome. With now the lumber production really coming up, I think I'm gonna assign some engineers over here in the public house. They get to hang out. A public house has been erected in accordance with the new law. People are anxious to let off steam in the new house of respite. Very good. Why are people still hungry, man? I've got quite a lot of food, right? Is that not enough? I don't know how much these people need, but... Alright, by the way, I did turn on my additional generator heating again. I hope with this automaton helping out in the coal mine, that it's gonna make things a little easier. By the way, we are now at 0 steam cores. Not really where we want to be, but look at him. La la la. It's literally a Colossus, man. It's literally a laser giraffe, and he just gets to work. Super efficient, bringing out a lot of coal. Bunkhouse has been researched, by the way. Okay. Wait, we made our way to Winterhome. We climbed up the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed and the generator has exploded. Ooh, I guess they had a generator just like ours. The streets of the city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The City Chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots, and descent into anarchy, or rather, the following squabbles... wait, what? Increasing despair, the following squabbles, riots, and descent into anarchy, fights over the dwindling resources and the eventual starvation. The last entry, God forgive us. We are eating our dead. There is no hope. We are on our own, but we did get 2 steam cores, so you know, we got that going for us. At least there's something. These dudes are carrying a whole bunch of the steam cores, actually. But what we did get now is a settlement. So this is a new thing. We have an outpost. All structures in the city must... Wait, no. What? I'm trying to... Outpost, here we go. Building an outpost depot allows you to assign people to work as an outpost team. Sending an outpost team to establish an outpost in the Frostland at our location rich in resources. The outpost will send these resources to the city once per day. So I can use this winter home right now to produce lumber and then continuously send it back. I'm not entirely sure how much it will create, but it certainly is interesting. Let's have you guys explore one more, okay? One more thing. Okay, you guys head over there. You're pretty close already anyway. I want you guys to go back soon, because I do want more automatons, right? But that's okay. Alright, we can now make bunkhouses. So these are like upgraded version of houses, and I'm pretty sure I can upgrade just like that, right? So that is going to cost me quite a bit of steel. But at least the more, you know, chilly areas, I suppose, can be upgraded just like that. Very good. Now, I'm noticing, by the way, that I really don't have a lot of steel. I really kind of wish that I could get more of it. Let's have you guys work over here. Or any of you dudes. Can. We can also, once again, do another research. We have hothouses. I'm kind of even tempted to maybe get some hothouses going. So, hothouses basically are places where we can grow foods. And, like, the thing is, kids can work there. It just costs me the steam cores to produce out of them. Which is a little unfortunate, but it's not awful. Judging though by the amount of things that I have right now, I really do want to start teching up soon, right? Let's go ahead and since I don't have any upgrades right now, let's go ahead and get the steam hub, just in case. I might need it in just a little bit, but we are okay. The hope has shocked everyone in the city. We are alone. Or the news rather has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here. People living normal lives in homes, heated by generators. But we are alone. Oh god. Terrible, all these poor people. We can't end up like them. We must save ourselves and our children. We must go back. How are we supposed to survive if they didn't? They're all dead. Look at my hope bar. My hope bar is absolutely messed up. They're all dead. How will we survive without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them a purpose. So this is where things get interesting. We have to decide if we want to become a god or an emperor. People are shaken, wrecked by fear and doubt. They've lost hope in our chances of survival. Desperation could quickly push them to commit reckless acts. You have to unite them behind a vision of the future. Decide now what will give them purpose and restore hope, or else our city will descend into the chaos that consumed Winterhome. So I can choose to get a new set of laws called Order and Discipline, or I can pick up Faith and Spiritual Strength. Now, can I X out of this? I cannot. I have to make the call right now. I was gonna say, otherwise I would have asked you guys to help me with this decision. Order and Discipline, or Faith and Spiritual Strength. Do we want to become a god, or do we want to become an emperor? Both of them make for some really difficult times. My gut instinct is telling me to go with Order and Discipline. This is what I played during my very first playthrough on the easier difficulties. But Faith and Spiritual Strength are interesting as well. I have tried this one out in one of the other missions. It is a lot of fun as well. You know what? I think I'm gonna become an emperor. I want you guys to refer to me as Emperor Loco right now. First of his name. We have now signed another law right here called Purpose, or another book rather called Purpose. We can assign the Neighborhood Watch. We need to mobilize and stand together to help people in need and protect them from troublemakers. That is where we will get started in the next episode of my playthrough of Frostpunk. Man, this has been a good episode. We seem to actually make it. We seem to be surviving. But our hope is at an all-time low, and our discontent is very, very high. People are not happy. People are not happy. But hopefully Emperor Loco can fix this situation. Now, I hope that you enjoyed watching this video here today. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more and you want to be notified as soon as future videos go live, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And more importantly, click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notifications as soon as future videos go live. But for now, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile or write. A special shout out to the Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for supporting my playthroughs. But I will see you all in the next one.